Well, thank you very much. First of all, thanks to the organization and Julián for letting us to present this company. And thank you to you all for being here, for your interest. I'm going to speak about Maison du Monde. Just let me share a little story with you before introducing myself. I'm going to tell you how I know this company. My wife was very interested in changing one of my daughter's bedroom. And one day I came from work, I arrived at home, and the bedroom was completely changed. And it was very nice. It was too nice. So I became terrified. And then I asked my wife, how much did it cost you? When she told me the price, I relaxed and I smiled. It was a very good price. And this is how I know this company, okay? Well, just a few words about myself. My name is Julián, Pascual. I'm the founder of Buy and Hold. Buy and Hold is a Spanish company, an advisory firm, an investment firm. We have currently 50 million euros under management in focus on institutions, basically SICAVs and funds. We follow a common sense strategy, a value-oriented strategy. Most of our assets are in equities, but we also have fixed income. We do believe that you also can find value in fixed income, but this is a topic for another conference. Our main vehicle is Rex Royal Blue is an equity vehicle, and this is the performance over the last 14 years. We have been with this managing this SICAV for 14 years. We have multiplied by 3. The internal rate of return has been on average 10%. Over the last 5 years, it has been 12% more or less. We have a blended vehicle, which is called BH Europa Flexible. And this is more or less half equities, half fixed income. It's up some 80% in the last 5 years versus the benchmark, which is mostly flat. And finally, we have a third vehicle, which is full fixed income. It's a very conservative portfolio, investment grade, and has had a return of 7.5% over the last 14 months compared to 1% of our benchmark. Okay. Well, we are here to talk about equities, and this is the idea we want to present. This is one of our main positions in our equity portfolio. The company is called Maison du Monde. I already explained to you how I know this company. Maison du Monde is a designer and distributor of decoration and furniture. It's a French company, and is focused on the affordable, inspirational segment. The company defines itself, in its own words, a creator of inspirational homeware universes, showcasing affordable decoration and furniture collections. Sounds very good, okay? Now, I would need some technical assistance to show you a presentation of the company. Christian?
Maison du Monde, we create lifestyle universes, from furniture to decoration, for every style and every budget. Are you a student in architecture, fond of the aviator or industrial style? Or maybe a young couple in touch with nature and lovers of natural and exotic woods? Or maybe you enjoy mixing up all styles in your own personal way to decorate your home sweet home. If you come to Maison du Monde, you will find something you definitely would like to have at home. And at an affordable price too. Our creative teams include 17 designers and graphic artists, product managers, all in-house. A total of 90 people are working on the conception, design, and sourcing of our products. One day they're in New York, another day in Mumbai, or even in Shanghai. Our creative teams travel all over the world to capture future market trends for our upcoming collections. Our Our extensive product range includes 16,000 different models. Each year, we have one new furniture collection and 2 decoration collections, one for the summer and one for the winter, with 6 themes each per collection. With Maison du Monde, you will get products that you will not find elsewhere. To create original and inspirational products at affordable prices, it's all about team spirit and know-how. Our experienced design, purchasing and merchandising teams work hand in hand with the design-to-cost approach based on our 20-year relationship with our partners in Asia. In Vietnam and China, we have 2 manufacturing facilities. We are also committed to making our wood supply sustainable by working closely with local NGOs. Another example of our commitment is our contribution to the 1% for the Planet environmental initiative, making us the 3rd largest French contributor. The world of retail today is exciting and changing fast. You buy in store, you buy online, no matter where you buy at Maison du Monde, we have an omni-channel presence. Each time you visit our universe, you will enjoy a unique shopping experience. Let's take a look at our catalogue. Oh, that's the lamp that I've been looking for. So now, let's buy it on our online platform. Oh, there you go. Come and also find us on Instagram, Pinterest or Facebook. Maison du Monde is a growth story. Look at our steadily increasing customer sales and number of stores and online offerings across Europe. In 20 years, we have successfully replicated our success outside France with steady, profitable growth. Not bad, I think. As I am sure you would agree, Maison du Monde is a brand that is creative, inspirational, and also visionary. So, join us on our journey.
Sounds very good, doesn't it? Okay, let's move now to the financials of the company. Okay. Well, the first thing we should focus on is the performance, the past performance of the company, the financial performance. You see that the sales growth has grown at an average of 21% over the last 15 years. The company was created 20 years ago. You look at this chart, you wouldn't appreciate any kind of crisis. You probably have heard of a financial crisis some 6-7 years ago across the world. Well, look at this chart. In this chart, you can see the year 2007, 2008, 2009, 2011. In the middle of the mess, of the European mess, this company kept on growing. Sales. The average outperformance in terms of like-for-like sales of the company over the last 10 years has been 700 basis points to the market, to the French market. So that means the average sales, like-for-like sales in France has been almost flat or 1% up, and this company has grown like-for-like sales by 7%. On top of that, you have to add up the expansion in floor space, and you have 20% sales growth. This kind of growth can only be, this growth can only be supported. You have a very strong returns on capital. On our estimates for this year, the return on equity of this company is 14%. The tax rate this is after tax. The tax rate in France is very high, it's 33%. If we go to a more normalized tax rate of around 25%, the return would be 14%. And if we move forward in our model, for instance, 2018 or 2019, the return would be close to 20%. On equity. The return on assets is 10%, again, is after taxes, okay? If we move forward and we reduce the tax rate, the return on assets would be, after tax, would be something like 12, 13 or 14%. Well, this is a very key point in this company. What is this company position? What do they do? You have in the furniture and decoration market, you have the top-end segment, which is the premium one, and you have a very low segment, which is the functional. In the functional, you have companies like IKEA, Conforama, or Habitat. It's very much focused on price, very low price, but the design sometimes is a little bit poor. On the other hand, you have the top end of the market, which is the premium segment, where you have excellent companies, excellent design, but we all share the view probably that when you go to buy, it's very expensive. You can find wonderful pieces of furniture, but a very high price. And then you have the affordable and inspirational, where Maison de Monde's focus is, in terms of prices, is very much towards the low end of the market, but above the functional level, where you can buy for 20 or 30% more price, you can buy pieces of furniture that are excellent design, okay? And this is the market that is growing at these growth rates. And this is where this company is positioned. In this company, in this area, there are not many competitors, really. You have Zara Home, but it's very much focused on textile and decoration. You have West Wing, which is internet only. And Maison de Monde is both decoration and furniture. More or less half of the sales are decoration, half of the sales is furniture. 20% of the sales are internet. They have also a very wide network of brick and mortar stores that are also necessary in order to sell. This is the market share today in France, according to company information, of this segment, of the aspirational decoration furniture segment. Maison de Monde has a 20% market share. The next three competitors have 15% altogether. And then you have a completely fragmented market of maybe hundreds of small one-store family-owned businesses, distributors of pieces of decoration and furniture. And this is the market that is going down. And this is where Maison de Monde is grabbing market share. 15 years ago, in 2003, Maison de Monde had 3% market share, and the rest of the market, the market of small family-owned businesses, had more than 80%, almost 90% of the French market. Now it's 65%, and Maison de Monde has 20%. This is only France. In the rest of Europe, in the European countries, it's very much the same model and the same market structure. So basically, we have excellent design at affordable price. The product proposition is very attractive. We have an omni-channel strategy. Internet is 20% of the sales. According to the company in France, the sale of furniture through internet is only 2% of the market. And some competitors have sales in internet between 5 and 10%. Maison de Monde has 20%. And most interesting even is that the European presence of this company is only 35% of sales. That means that 2/3 of sales are in France, 1/3 is in other European countries. And certainly the company is having enormous success out of France. These countries are Italy, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Netherlands, and the UK. Okay? Only 1/3 of the sales of Maison de Monde are in these countries. The company currently has 288 stores at the end of last year, December 2016. The company expects that in order to develop the full potential of only the 7 markets where the company is currently present, it could build 400 new stores. That means that we could increase the floor space by 2.5 times. We add up the increase in like-for-like sales, we could increase sales by 3 times only in these 7 countries. We are not talking about the US, China, Eastern Europe, Latin America, and so on. This is on top of that. So basically, we have a successful track record, excellent product proposition, very good design at an affordable price, growth potential at the expense of a fragmented market of one-store family-owned furniture distributors. This structure, this market structure, is very much in all the European markets, even in the US. So you have a lot of potential because those very small competitors are going to disappear gradually. And you have a lot of growth potential in new countries untapped. This sounds very familiar to other successful retail equity stories that we know in Spain, like, for instance, Inditex. I'm not saying that this is an Inditex company. There are some differences. But in this summary of bullet points, you can see that all the bullet points are shared in common with Inditex. And finally, last but not least, this company is trading on our estimates at 20 times PE for this year, 13.6 times EV/EBIT, and a dividend yield of 1.5%. Some people believe that value investing is about buying very cheap stocks, and I don't agree. Probably many people in this room don't agree either. I think it's more about buying high-quality stocks at a reasonable price. I personally prefer to pay 20 times for a very high-quality and high-growth stock like this than 10 times for a bad stock. So to us, this is a clear buy opportunity. And now it's time for the Q&A session.
Thanks for that. Can you just clarify for me that 785 stores is the potential outside of France, or that's the total network?
That's the potential, including France, okay? That's the
so how many of the 288 stores are in France?
Currently, the company has 288 stores. In France, probably is around 200. In the rest of the Europe, it's 88 stores. And the company estimates that the full potential of these 7 European countries, including France, is 400 more stores, 788 stores. Okay. That would mean that we would multiply the floor space by 2.5 times. I insist, if you add up the sales for like-for-like sales growth, the sales potential could be 3 or 4 times the current sales.
Hello, Julián. Thank you for the presentation. I had 2 questions. Question number 1 is what's the shareholders' structure and free float? And question number 2 is what happens in terms of the delivery disruption? So from the time you buy to the time they deliver, and if they have added costs, because that's a very important issue when you're buying furniture.
Okay.
IKEA gives you a very good.
Thank you very much. Very good 2 questions. The first one.
Thank you.
The first one, the shareholder structure. Currently, well, the company has been supported from the very beginning for capital for private equity. The company was IPO last year, though it has a 20-year story. It was IPO last year, and currently, Bain Capital has 50% of the shares. Okay. The owners have 4%, and the rest is free float. Okay. So it's probably that it's very likely that Bain Capital will sell more shares on the market, and I think that would be a buy opportunity for this stock. In terms of your second question, well, this is a very important issue, as you mentioned. The company depends on the items, but if you want to re-equip a complete house or complete bedroom, something like that, with a lot of furniture and so on, could take you at least between 1 and 2 months. Okay, here there's an equilibrium between having a lot of stock and having fast delivery times. Okay, the company so far, if you look at the track record, has shown that they are very good and balancing those 2 things. Okay. Not having too much stock, having good growth in sales. Okay, so I hope that this could go on forever. Well, could go on at least for the next years. These delivery times are not different from other competitors. Okay, so basically you tend to usually spend 1-2 months to have all the goods in your house. Okay.
Hello, Julián. Thank you for the presentation. I would like to ask you maybe an unfair question because it's not directly related to Maison du Monde, but it's related in the sense that you mentioned the company as a competitor. Is Westwing, you said that it's only internet-based, And I'm curious because maybe, well, the thing is that we are seeing a change in the pattern of buying furniture. Many people are buying only based on internet. Maybe you can have, or you can tell us some insights on this change of pattern. I'm very curious about this company West Wing, because maybe the internet is the thing that is going to grow and grow and grow, and Maison du Monde, it's growing also because it's opening new stores. I'm not sure if, you know.
Okay, well, the internet is one of the big question marks in this story. The Maison du Monde is very entrepreneurial, has 20 years life, and from the very beginning has been very much focused on the internet. Currently, the company has 20% of the sales. I'm talking about Maison du Monde. The company has currently 20% of the sales through the internet. That is much higher than the average internet sales in the French market for furniture, okay? We can have a never-ending discussion about what's going to happen with the internet and the furniture. I do think that the company explanation is reasonable. You need to have a very strong presence in the internet, but you also need to have brick and mortar stores, both things together. And the company, Maison du Monde, is the company that certainly combines best these two things, okay? So far, they have been very successful. I think that this model is the right model to address the internet. If you want to buy something very cheap, probably you can order by the internet. But if you want to change everything in your house or make a big order, you certainly have to go to the store, okay? And once you go to the store, it's very difficult to order a similar product in a different store. It's almost impossible. So once you go to the store, you want that bed at that price, you can only buy at Maison du Monde. I think you have to combine both things, bricks and mortars and the internet. This is a never-ending discussion, okay? It's a philosophical discussion we could discuss and speak about this for hours.
Hello. Thank you for the presentation. I've just been looking on the internet to try and find some figures on the balance sheet and so on. And as far as I can tell, they've never made a profit yet. Is that right or not?
In the internet?
No, or the company as a whole. Or am I looking at the wrong company?
No, you're looking for the wrong company.
Okay.
I haven't. That's very important to clarify. Okay, this company is very profitable. It's extremely profitable. The EBIT margin is 10-11%. I haven't talked very much about the financials, but well, you can have a look in the internet at the financials of the company. It's trading at a PE of 20 times, and the EBIT margin is 10%. The growth in profits is also enormous. Okay. So this is very important to clarify.
Okay, wrong company. Thank you.
Anybody else? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you.